Okay, I have spent what feels like the last month printing all of these individual pieces for this Eagle aircraft, this Eagle craft that I bought off of Gambody. And I'm printing the FDM version of this model. There's one specifically for resin, but I'm printing the FDM because it's big. It's just massive. And so I'm trying to, I've spent weeks or days, weeks trying to, I need this out. Trying to print this thing off, and I'm doing all the little tiny pieces, right? I'm printing all these little sticks and all the window. Well, yeah, the windows are separate, but I haven't even done the main transport. I've done the head and like all of these little things to put in the rudders. I just want it to sit on a shelf. I don't need to print all these little things and print a ring so that I can attach the back with the seats and the inside and the internals and all the things on the stuff. I just want it to be on a thing. I want it to just look like this. So I have spent, and you know, this is a section and this is a section and these are parts. And you got to print off the top cage and the bottom cage and stick it together and print off the things. I'm done with it. So what I'm doing today is I'm building all the pieces together. So I'm going to grab, where is it? Front frame, back, no, front body, 26, 27 and 28. We're going to assemble this in the slicer. And that way I won't ever have to redo it. Now, is this going to work? I don't know. I have no freaking clue. It just takes forever to print this one, and then you got to print the other one, and then the sticks are just going to glue it back to back. It didn't turn out right, so I'm like, you know what? This is ridiculous. We're going to just print this thing as it is. Let's move you over here and you over here. And oops, we need to rotate this one because I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of piecing it all together. Okay, so we have our two components and then we're going to center them. But now we got to zoom in because we need to line it all up. So we're going to take this and we're going to screech it over to about there, and we'll get closer. It's okay. And then we need to slide it down a little till we're pretty close. Let's zoom in and give us some angles here to work with. Oh, it's too much. And now we can fine tune it. All right, there's that. And let's give it, oops, the wrong way. Oops. There we go. We can see that they're starting to cross. So we're going to go right. I want them to intersect. At the end of the day, I want it to be all one piece. All right. And we're going to drop it down like it's hot. Okay. And then we can scoot it up until it all lines up and looks beautiful. Perfect. Now, we got these two sections in there. And if we look at the model, we also have to attach these, which is 30. And according to my sheet, it's the body front L and the body front L. Okay. So 29 and 30, we're going to bring those. We're just going to assemble the whole frickin' thing. 28 and 29, pull it in. Well, not you. 27, no. 29 and 30. All right, let's delete that one because I don't remember which one. Oh, we got a list over here. So left and right, let's do left first. No, wait a minute. There we go. I saw you. Now we're gonna take it and we're gonna drag it up. Oh, so here's the problem. The problem is, so we got everything right where we want it. And as soon as I drag in something else, it's going to drop everything down. You stupid software. All right. All right. So here's what we're going to do, stupid software. We're going to drag 29 and 30. And I also am going to have to cage it. So we need 23 and 24. 23 and 24. Ignore it. Right? Get all the pieces in. Now, these are pretty lined up. So all I got to do is raise this a little bit. Let's angle it so we can see. Now, you're saying to yourself, Aaron, this is so overkill. What are you doing? I'm long cutting a shortcut. Because when this is all done, what? Hopefully, oops, I don't want that. There we go. Hopefully, when this is all done, of course not. And I can't, hold on. I can't lay flat. I can't mirror. I don't want lettering. I don't want to split it. See, now we're off. All right, let's take this one and scoot you over that way. There you go. Let's rotate it. Is everything lined up? Pretty dang close. Pretty dang close. Good enough for what I'm doing. Because there's going to be, you're never going to see inside this door, this hallway. There's going to be doors for all of that on both ends. So that's fine. Okay, we got this one. Needs to rotate. Doesn't really matter which one's inside and out. They're both the same. I don't know why it's left and right. So this one, we can look at it. This is the front left. Okay, so this is towards the cockpit. So this, we're going to be the left, and we need to rotate it this way, and then we can drag it around, right? And we need to bring it up so that it's in, you know, we're going to put it inside that slot. So, yeah, I don't think this is going to, well, we're going to put it together. Let's do it. We're not done. I'm going to drag this down so I can see where the inside is, where it's got to go in. I don't know if you can see that very well. So we've got this slot and it's going to go into the end of there. So we can, let's get it in. And then we can move it around, keep going in. In. That's fine. All right. And then we need to scoot it up. Let's get our, so it needs to go this way. Oh, the other way. And I'm looking in here. Oops. We're going to assemble all this thing on the PC and then just say print. Oh, we're not even close to the bottom. We're not even close to our slot. That's fine. We got to go down a little bit. So let's just click and drag it down, get close. We can scoot it down a little bit to get it close. There we go. Now we can zoom in and get the deets. The deets on this thing. Let's scoot it in here. We need to come up a little bit. Oh, really? It doesn't. It's going to fit that sloppily in there. That's fine. Fine, fine, fine. And now let's check it from the bottom. It's fine. All right. Now this is meant to be printed in FDM, filament, a regular standard 3D printer. I feel like that's not right. That's fine. What we're going to do, let's Control Z and let's flip it on the purple axis. Why did it go down? I swear. Let's scree it over here. Bring it up close. Is this the right? Is this even the right one? I don't think this is right. I don't think it's the right model for the thing. It says front. I'm on the front. And if we take this and scoot it this way, I mean, we're not in that far. It's just right there. Really? Front frame. Let's check our thing again. 30 and 29 and 30 on the front. Because 50 and 49's on the back. So 29 and 30. Did I grab the wrong ones? 29. When I bring them in, it's all going to get jacked again. 29 and 30. See? He's stupid. It's fine. Easy fix. Did I get it too high? I did, just a hair. Every time it's a different. It doesn't really matter. These resin printers are so freaking precise. This one is the right side. So let's take that. Nope. It's supposed to go here. This feels better. Feels better. We're just going to eyeball it. I don't like that. You know what we're going to do is we're going to shrink it. I'm going to make it fit. You're killing me. There we go. Slide it over, slide it in to there. See, now we need to make it, now we need to grow it just a hair. Unless it's supposed to hang out like that. Let's undo. There we go. All right, it's supposed to. I'm looking here. And so now we need to go this way, that way. A little bit. Or looks like we're okay. We can check this side. There we go. And we're just going to push it in until we start hitting parts. Let's just stick it right there. There we go. It's all going to fuse together, so it's okay. All right, that's fine. Now we need to do this one. Click, and we need to rotate it on this axis twice. And then we can click and drag it over. I just wanted to make this video because one, it's fun and I'm kind of bored. And so I wanted to kind of talk about it, show it as we got stuff going. It's fine. Smush it in until the top parts start getting into the thing. There we go. Nice. Now we got to do these parts. This is front B, and I think, let's check our diagram. 23 on top, 24 on the bottom. So this is 24. Yep, there's the top part. Okay, so this is the bottom. I should save this before it crashes, but it seems like it doesn't really save. Halot, Creality, get this thing working right. I want it upside down, and we need to rotate it this way. There we go. Just like that. Now, here's the other thing, is I'm going to have to control and select the different pieces that I want all together, pull them up. This needs to come down and over and under. Now, this thing sits kind of weird. So it's got these, because I've already printed this off individually. But these tubes go in, they slide. So if I were to print this on my printer, they would slide up and down. And so we're just gonna eyeball it real quick. And here's the back. Yep, perfect. This side we got a gap, so we know we need to go green the other way. Doesn't have to be perfect, because like I said, this is all going to be fused together when we're done. That's actually really close. All right. And it needs to go up a bit. Oh, okay, just till there. Till it's done. Oh, until I tell it when it's done. You're not done yet. Keep going up. I can go up all over. All right, we're gonna stick it right there, kind of in the middle. Don't worry about it. So when it's red, it's off of the build plate, but I'm not worried about that right now. I just want to get it all together. All right, now we're looking at this one, and all we need to do is rotate it on this axis the other way. There we go. Now we can grab it and just kind of stick it on the plate, pull it up all the way to the top. And then we're going to have to line it up with our other tubes. See, it's off. Okay, let's take this and we're going to go green. And we need to go down. So let's get it down. It's going to take a minute. What I should have done is made individual blocks and then brought the blocks in together. All right, now we need to go the other way. I'm just looking right in here at these tubes. Too far. Needs to go red just a hair. All right, it's as good as we're gonna get it. But yeah. Do I like that? I think I like it. So when we look at the individual pieces, everything is lined up. I don't have access very well into there. And we're going to need access into there. So we're going to go to our starting position. We're going to select it all. Yeah, we're outside the frame and that's fine. Let's just hang on for just a second. Maybe they're not supposed to touch. Let's take a look at this and go up a little bit. I feel like this needs to be up more. Ah, okay. It's got little divots to sit into. Okay. So we'll get it right somewhere in there into the divots. And then underneath, does this need to go up? Yeah, it does need to go up because it's supposed to sit into these. Okay. So this is supposed to go up and sit into that area. It's the front's real tricky because this and this and this and this, there's 4 of these prongs sticking out that fit into the head. And if those aren't right, you can't plug the head on to the thing. I feel like it's okay. Worst case, they just rig it another way. Yeah, there's another way I can do it. All right, let's glue all this together. Well, there's a couple things I want to do first. I want to, if we take a look at this and we cut through it, we can see that there's large sections in here that are solid, and I don't want them to be solid because it's going to add a lot of weight to this. So what I'm going to do is we're going to select this, and I want to hollow it out with a 2 millimeter thickness. The detail level on the inside, once we hollow it, I'm just going to leave common. We're going to filter small shells by 1 millimeter. I don't care about the animation. The infill, let's go ahead and grid that at 10%. So I'm going to generate that. It's going to take a minute. And that's fine because I need a drink. Mountain Dew. So you can see what that does is it hollows this section, the walls out, and then adds supports inside so that it can still build and do all the things it needs to do and be awesome, right? But it removes huge weights. You can see this is just solid up here because it's all orange. Whereas this we can see inside of here is gonna be hollow. So that's part 1 we need to deal with. Now let's pick the back side and do the same thing. Okay. So now we have the front and the back sections are all hollow. Everything else can stay just like it is. But now that we have hollow parts, the resin is liquid, and so it's going to have liquid in here. I don't want that. I want some holes that we can punch in. Oops. that we can punch into these sections and give ourselves size. And no, I want it to be 3 millimeters deep. Oh, we can do different things. Yeah, let's just do circles. That's fine. I want this to be 6 millimeters in diameter, and I'm just going to pierce the outside. And this may look really big, but like I said, we're never going to see inside of here. So what this is going to do is punch these holes into the inside walls so that as we fill this, we'll be able to go inside and, oops, failed. Stop failing. There we go. I don't know why it does that. Okay. Let's see how it's going to look. Now that we have everything built and pieced together and it's big and bulky and heavy and this is great and this is fine, I want to put it all together as one STL. One file, one piece, one thing. So I'm going to select all. And in my Halot box software, I can go down here under File and hit Save as an STL. And what are we going to call this? This is the front hall assembly. How about that? Because it's a hall. Front hall assembly. Front hall assembly. All of it. And we're going to save it into my game body section. Front hall assembly. Let's have a new section in here, and we're going to call it assemblies. There we go. Front hall. Zoinks. Okay, saved it. Now we're going to do a new project. No, let's try and save this. It ain't going to work, but let's just try and save it. GAM body under projects, front hall assembly. We'll save it as a project. It ain't going to work, but that's fine. So I want to do a new project now, but I want to grab my assembly. No. New project. All right, we're going to close the software. We're going to open the software. Dumb crap. Here's our project. I'm going into my folder. I'm going to click and drag our full assembly. Ignore that it's going to be too big because it's a beast. And I think I want to print this. Now it comes down to, okay, if I'm going to print this, how am I going to print it? We're going to print it in the fun way. And then we're going to put this on the inside. There we go. So here's the whole friggin' thing. And I want to, this should be 90 degrees, not 96. This should be 90 degrees. Wait, why is this? All right, hang on. 0. 0. Oh, never mind. I'm on the wrong thing. I need rotation. This needs to be 90. And this needs to be 90 so that it's you. All right. Bring it back out. Green. There we go. I'm guessing that when I built it, it wasn't perfect. It's fine. Who cares? There's that. And we need to rotate. Nope. Rotate it that way. Rotate it this way. Bring it in. Hit the center. You never really print this stuff flat anyway, because large flat section cause a bit of strain on the when it's pulling up off of the plastic. That's fine. So here it is. Here's our model that we made, and it's glamorous and gorgeous, but we need to, the recommended degrees to print these is about 15 degrees. So this is going to be 165. Let's make it minus 165. So it's a little tilted, right? And then if we want to, we can tilt this red. Let's go back 15, minus 15. Why did I do minus 15? There, you have to look at what the model that you've got going on here. I know that I've got some other pieces that are going to sit into here, and I don't want my supports to be kind of crazy with that. So that's how I think I want to do it. All right, so we have our model sitting here. This is the orientation that it's going to print from the ground up. This is the plate. It's going to print up. Now I got to do my Sunlu standard because that's what I'm using. Thank you, Sunlu. Not sponsored, just a great product. Now there's a couple of things we can do here. We need to add some supports. I want to add heavy supports because this is going to be big. It's going to be beefy. It's going to take up almost, look at how big that is. It's going to take up a huge section of, it's going to take like 24 hours to print. It's just big. Nope, get rid of that. So we got some supports here that we can add. Density 50, angle 45, add a base. I don't want to do that. We could if we want to add a base. We're going to try it without. Top shape cone, upper diameter is going to be 80 or 0.8 millimeters. Lower diameter is going to be 1.6. Let's knock that up to 2. Top length contact shape is none. I want to add a sphere so that it adds a ball, just a little bit of extra support there. Contact diameter is 1 millimeter. Contact depth is 0.5 millimeter. I've never looked at this. It's fine. So we can do a couple of things. We can add supports to the bottom, only to the areas that hit the bottom. This is not going to work. It's going to take a minute too. There's a lot of math this thing's got to do to figure that out. We can close that. I'm going to do some math. Now you can't adjust this and spin it around while it's thinking. And that's fine. That's fine. I just wanted to do this video to show people that are unfamiliar with 3D printing what you have to do before you throw it in the printer. You can't just download a thing. Well, depending on your printer, you can't really just throw it together and download a file and print. If you have the A1, I think the Bamboo A1, I think you can do that. So it didn't add them. What? All right, we'll do platform. Anything that could potentially hit the platform is going to have some columns and supports added to it. Now, I'm going extra because I'm building this all as one piece because I'm sick and tired of print it warped, sand it. It doesn't fit. Sand it some more. It still doesn't fit. Sand it some more. It doesn't fit. Oh, it printed funkily. And so now it looks like crap. And let me just do the whole freaking thing. This after a month of printing it individually. Well, when you get something, you just want it to print and assemble it and have it looking good. And so you follow, you just like, okay, well, this is what I got to do. And then what a nightmare. Let me go back and redo this my way. I mean, they give you all the parts on that GAM body. And I really, if you're looking for super high detailed models, Like gambody.com is, they got really, you have to buy them. And they do have sales from time to time, like 40% off. I think this whole model cost me like $20 for the STL files. And they fit together. They work great. I've printed almost all of it already out. But you can't just have one. You gotta have multiples. So that's what I'm doing here. And it's 3 feet long in real life. If you're, what is 3 feet on this IKEA tape measure? It's about 91 centimeters. Now, I don't trust this. I don't trust this one bit. Here is where these supports will print and connect to our model so that it will get all the support it needs. I don't like this because it's only hitting the platform. It's not supporting up. I can add a bunch if I want to, but why have AI if it's not going to AI? You know what I mean? So I don't trust this, that's going to do a very good job. It might. I might print this off and be like, yay, right? I can slice this and say it's great. Top, middle, bottom, base. Okay. So, but I don't like it because it's going to come up here and it's going to try and print this out on the section and it's not going to work because there's no supporting it. So I'm going to go ahead and click all. Support all the pieces inside and out, no matter where they hit. And this may or may not work because this is a big piece and it may want to add supports that are outside of the build plate. I don't know. But it's going to try and add supports everywhere we see red because red is the bottom that may hit the plate. Now, I'm also to the point where if this doesn't print out pristine and perfect and beautiful, it's fine. It's fine. This is going to be printed out. It's going to sit on a shelf and collect dust over the years. That's all it's going to do. So I need to think about painting it too. I need to build, and also need to think about a custom base because once this is printed out, I'm never going to pick it up. I'm going to pick up the thing that it's sitting on, like a shelf, like a little shelf, a dais, if I could, a little dais. There we go. Are you doing it? It's thinking. Just put it on the kitchen table. Just put it on the kitchen. It's 3 feet long. It's going to be massive. But yeah, I just wanted to talk through it. I've already listened to my K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack plus other K-pop bands playlist once today. Only been up for a couple. Is it already 2:00? Gosh dang it. These weekends just fly by. I spent what felt like an hour yesterday setting up a new Ubuntu box at the house because I'm thinking of converting my life over to Ubuntu, whatever. But there's this software won't work, and I'd have to install like Winboat and a VM and install a Windows 10 VM. What's the point? I already have Windows 10. Uh-oh, we're thinking. Might get stuck. Here we go. You can do it. There we go. Now it has added supports everywhere that it feels like it needs supports as it builds from the ground up, even on the inside. So when we come in here, it's even going to have a bunch of stuff on the inside. That's fine. I don't care. Something tells me this ain't going to print very well anyway, But you think I'm not gonna try it? Oh, I'm gonna try it. Now, this is not adding a base to the internals or a base underneath here. All of these little suction things, I've been printing this for a week. And so I'm very confident that as I go print this, these will just stick to the plate and be just fine. I don't need a base underneath this. All right, so we got the part. This is we're gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. All right, now we have everything built. We got our supports. And let's go ahead. We have to slice it. And now the computer has to think, all right, I need to build code. So every 0.5 millimeter or 0.2 millimeters that I layer of this thing, what am I going to print? So it doesn't take, I don't think it takes time to do that, but it takes time to save that file to disk. And this is going to be every bit of probably 300 or 400 kilobytes or 400,000 kilobytes. So that's not like half a meg file. If my math is right. Right? 500,000 kilobytes. Is that? There we go. And then we can see as we come down here, here's the floor. And can I watch it build? It doesn't play like some other things do, but we can see. There we go. It's removing layers as it goes through. Let's speed it up. So we can kind of see what it's going to do. I don't like these balls, but title your sex tape. I don't like those as they attach to the unit, but we can watch it build from the bottom up. And you can see over here what the light through the plate is going to look like. It's really fascinating how these UV resin printers use ultraviolet light to print this stuff. So that's what it's going to do to print. It's printing from the bottom up, and it's going to just print these lines as it goes through it. So there's that. Let's stop and get back down to it, but we can see what it's going to print. And what I do is when I'm looking over here on the right is I'm looking for a lot of areas that have solid white, because that's where the light is going to shine through. And those are potential areas for tension between the part and the tray lens, the tray filament. What do we call that? Screen? But this has very minimal, and that's why I hollowed the section out, because this would all be white, and it would just, I just don't like it. So it's fine. This is going to be good. All right, now I'm going to cut the video here because so it's going to take, here's our statistics. There's 3,225 floors that it needs to print, or layers. It's going to use 286 milliliters of resin liquid. It's going to be 300 grams, 314 grams. It gives me the size. The print time is 18 hours, 4 minutes, and 12 seconds. Print exposure time. Yeah, I'm going to increase that exposure time to 4.5 seconds per layer, because I don't want it to get to a point. We're just going to do it like that. That's fine. All right. Bottom layer count is 5. Light off delay is 4. Motor speed is 2 millimeters a second. That should be good. Initial exposure is 40. Exposure time. Oh, Yeah, the initial exposure for the first 5 layers is going to be 40 seconds because you really want it to hit. Layer thickness is 0.05 millimeters. And then our exposure time is going to be 4 seconds after that initial. All right, let's go ahead and save this. It's going to take friggin' forever. No, I want this on my Sunlu front hall assembly. It's gonna take a while. Oh man, it's flying. Usually takes a long time to do this. Let's see how big the file is going to be. I don't see it just yet. I need to reorganize all this. See, here's all the little tiny pieces, individual ones that I've done. I'm just so over it. So I'm going to print this and see how it goes. Well, I actually have a couple other prints that I'm going to do before this that I want to see how they print out. Oh, well, that's the end of the video because this is all it's going to do is save and then I got to go print it. So there you go. That's what you got to do. You got to slice stuff. You got to get all your settings. This may work. This may not work. I may have to come back into this and readjust some things because maybe it didn't print the way I wanted it to, or it printed too well the way I wanted it to. I don't know. Who knows?